Heart Month is wrapping up in just a few days, so with that in mind, we are paging Dr. Paul to get his advice on how to keep our hearts healthy through physical activity. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Alyssa.
Okay, we got some great recommendations for today, and we're going to start with percentage meeting recommendations.
Yeah, well,
so
this is the bad news part of it.
Okay, the bad news, yes.
Is that only 50% of adults follow the recommendations, which we'll talk about.
Yeah.
50% of sort of younger kids, fine, but the problem is 20% only of teenagers are following these recommendations, and a lot has to do with sedentary and screen times, which we'll talk about. So we have some work to do, and really the benefits of exercising and getting enough physical activity are so many. Of course, it's Heart Month, heart, brain, feeling better, doing better at school. There's so many advantages to do that. And the earlier you start, embedding those habits in the kids, the better it is.
Okay, and so that teen years is the 12 to 17-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about recommendations for infants.
So, people seem to think, we talk about sedentary lifestyle, okay? So, what is the number one distraction for kids? Screen time. Right?
Yeah.
So first of all, kids less than 2 years of age, no screen time.
Okay.
That's number one. Between two and 4, less than an hour a day.
Okay.
And over that, 2 hours maximum.
Okay.
Now, for children, for young babies, obviously, what do you talk about physical activities for a 4-month-old or a 6-month-old? Well, you know what? Tummy time. Yeah. Having them crawl, having them do all those activities. The older they get, as they get older and more developed, you can, put them on the floor, play with them, get the ball, those type of things, and work it up to as they get older in terms of, building the activities per day, because as we'll talk about later, for children 5 to 17, we want at least an hour a day.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Recommendations for children between the ages of 5 to 17.
So we talk about 60 minutes a day.
Okay.
And 3 times a week, it should be vigorous. So we talk about vigorous and moderate intensity.
Okay.
Moderate intensity is, think about doing something and being short of breath, but you can talk, but you can't sing.
Okay.
Okay, that's that.
Would that be outside playing on the playground?
Exactly. Playing tag, those type of things.
Okay.
And then vigorous activity, which they should be doing at least 3 times a week, is like bike riding, enough that you can't speak a lot. You know what I mean? Your physical endurance is high. So that's quite important, and they do that. And again, 5 to 17-year-olds, habits about screen time. Really limit the screen time, limit sedentary time, and even for adults for that matter, being sedentary more than 7 to 8 hours a day actually is very bad for the heart, very bad for the brain. So really we want to increase that activity and promote it. So like I said, start young. And this is the age group. The teenagers is the ones that are not meeting the requirements.
And this age group is at school, so they're outside for recess. Is that enough, or does there need to be more beyond recess?
Well, there needs to be more, because recess is 15 minutes, right? So if they have gym, yes, but they don't have gym every day. So you can make up for it. And really, this is a daily recommendation that we're doing. So the more you do it, the better it is for the kids.
Perfect. Let's move on to recommendations for adults 18 plus.
So this one again is accumulative. So they say 150 minutes per week, right? So that's about 20 to 25 minutes a day of vigorous, high intense to moderate intensity. And what you can do is you could do it in bouts of 10 minutes. So, get up 10 minutes, have a brisk walk, that type of thing, but accumulate it. The other thing too, particularly for the elderly, because we're talking about 18 plus and 60, 65 plus, is a couple of times a week, they should also be doing strengthening exercises to exercise their bones, exercise their flexibility, because, it prevents fall and makes them more resilient. So that's quite important. So again, I can't stress enough the importance of, embedding it. So, and then, what counts, if you park your car far away, that's a brisk, walk to the mall or whatever, you know what I mean?
Go to get your groceries where you're lifting the heavy weights.
Don't take the elevator, those type of things. So you add those up. So it's not that much. It's really 20 to 25 minutes a day.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us with this very important conversation as we wrap up Heart Month in a few days.